Go.
This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
What's up, dogs? What's up, flyers? Welcome to IDM episode 134. Coming at you live on a Friday night. Feeling right. Booty's popping. Shouts to everybody. I am your guy, Oathman, joined by my partner, my dog, Papa Shorts. What's up, man?
Yo, what up?
What's up, Playboy? Richmond John saying the theme song might be my best work. Couldn't have gone to better news, to be honest. Oh, that's so sweet. We love you too, dude. We love our guy Richmond John and everybody else in the house tonight. So much to get to. Shorts and I were having a very uplifting conversation before we turned these mics on. We were how would you describe it?
I would say morose.
Morose?
Yeah.
That's a buzzword. That's a vocabulary word right there. For the people out there who don't know what that means, and by people out there, I mean me. Pick another word.
I would say very down in the dumps.
Yeah, kind of a gloomy. I try not to let myself get too depressed about things. I've talked about it before, how I came to the conclusion that if the more I tell myself I'm depressed, the more depressed I will be. So don't lean into that shit. But all I need is a little bit of a push from a friend that I trust, and then I'll jump right into the depression deep end with you. So thank you for giving me that push today.
All right. A quick recap. Right before the show, we were like, so do you want to do this fucking gay ass shit? And you were like, no. And I was like, I don't either. I was like, I fucking hate life. It sucks. Life stinks.
Hang on. Did I say that?
Yeah.
No, I did not. You're putting it more on me. I think something's going on with you. And I don't actually, is there anything going on with you? Or is just, you step on the scale recently? Sometimes that does it for me. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't know it was like that. I don't know. Or what?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's good. You sure? You sure about that? How was your week? Tell me about your week.
Couldn't have been better, I would say.
Okay. So that's how we're going to play it tonight.
I would say it couldn't have gone better this week.
For real or for fake?
No, definitely for fake.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a terrible week. I hate everything. I hate everyone. I want to kill everybody. They all suck. Fuck everyone. Snake. This world sucks. I want to get out of here. I'm ready to punch out. Let's go.
Dude, I told you, I tried to warn you how difficult being Mr. Mom would be.
Mm.
I mean, I don't even know if that's what it is actually, but I know watching a baby is exhausting. I don't know how these Hispanic these Hispanic nannies do it. It's so exhausting, but I think it's in their blood to just be sized for, little babies. It's not in, your 40-year-old white man, Anglo-Saxon blood, I don't think. Or maybe it is.
Yeah, things are going well.
That's good. I'm so happy to hear that, dude. I'm so happy to hear that. The weather's getting nice, right? The weather's finally cooling down,
Yeah, let's look at the positives. Hey, the weather's nice.
I'm officially unemployed again, so that's good, right?
Yep.
I mean, we got that. We're together on that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, okay, I'll stop asking about your life. You got any questions about my life?
I guess how are things going for you, man?
They're good, dude. They're good. I'm no longer a full-time employee of Motherfucking Guy, Incorporated. But
I am happy for you for that. I really am.
I mean, it sucks a little bit because it's nice to have a guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks. But I got some what do they call it? Irons in the fire or whatever the fuck people say. So I'll be all right. Today I went out to DC to help Luke Thomas with an interview.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool. Let's see. How was life? Oh, I mean, I got some, oh yeah. Ricardo Contreras says, talk about helping out JP. All right. So I don't know if you guys heard on the junks, for those who don't listen to the junkies, JP announced today that he has a new book called Faith Restored. It's about how, it's about the Redskins, the Commanders, and how people are into the team now that they had one good season.
You can't go into the pitch for the book like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, you give the pitch. I don't know. I'm not a pitch man. Go ahead, you do it.
Look, we've all been waiting for it. The Washington / Commanders have been beaten down 4 years.
Yeah.
Decades. And now they finally have their quarterback. They're on the rise. Who better to describe the comeback than a lifelong Washingtonian whose dad is from Italy and whose mom's from Puerto Rico?
That's messed up, dude. Go on. Come on, dude. No, you're on a roll. Come on. Let's back it up a little bit. Go ahead.
Hail to the, we can't say that word anymore, but hail to the Commanders. Hail victory.
Yeah. Good job, dude. Yeah. So
Braves on the warpath. Fight for old DC. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So JP wrote this book.
What's great about this generation is if you're ever at like a loss for words, you can just go, let's go.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on let's go, dude.
It's
It
so
is.
annoying. It sucks.
Dude. Yeah, it's so true, man. At all ages, from like 4 to 17, they're like, anytime they are excited for something, anytime something, when what kind of cake are we gonna have for my birthday? Oh, we're getting an ice cream cake. Let's go. Or like, school's canceled today. It's snowing. Let's go.
No,
Yeah,
let's definitely not go.
yeah,
That's the entire point. Let's not go.
yeah. It's so weird. And you
Let's
know what else?
stay.
Like, it doesn't even make sense when they say it. But you know what else they do? They do that dance, the gritty. You know what that is?
Yeah.
The gritty, where they kind of skip their feet and go like this. This is my gritty right there. But they all do that, all ages. And I was watching because we had a kind of it was the first week of school for elementary school kids in my neck of the woods. So we had like a block party. Our guy David Negron, he threw a little block party that they do every year for the first week of school, and kids of all ages came, and they were playing this little like kickball game in the street, and every time like someone got a home run, they would bust out the gritty, that dance. And Corey Rita said, Daddy's unemployed again. Let's go.
Pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it is good. That's good. So they would bust out the gritty dance. And I was watching, I was like, damn, that's so weird how like that's their go-to move. And then I started thinking, man, I wonder if that's what kids my age, and honestly me and all my friends, doing the crip walk when we were like 12 and 13. I wonder if that's like what it looked like.
Yeah,
Man,
I think you're right. It's like it's just like dumb, played out stuff, and I mean, how much thought goes into somebody going, "Let's go"?
Yeah.
Zero thought, like no thought whatsoever.
What did kids say before that? Like, yes, or like,
They would say like, "Oh, I'm butt sized."
Oh, I get butt sized in my penis.
They would say shit like that,
Actually, you know what? It probably, before "let's go," it was probably holla, holla. Like a lot of holla or holler. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't make any sense, but people use it.
Well, we are super excited to help out JP. This new site came out today?
Yeah. So, he called me like a month ago. I mean, I talked about it on the show the last patreon.com/IDM pod, 3 times the show there. But he called me randomly and was like, yo, can you do this Shopify site for me? I have no idea how it works. And I was like, and I was in the like throes, I was knee deep in late night emails from my Indian boss, so I was like already stressed out about having to deal with that. But and I wanted to say no, but he's helped me out so much, like since the old MMA Nation days when I was like 23, and he would email me asking if there's anything to plug. I was like, damn, dude, this guy has no reason to like want to help me out. That's really nice. And he's been super supportive of IDM since the jump,
He's a lifer.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't say no to this dude, man. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And he's like, I'll pay you. And I was like, at first, I was like, you don't have to pay me, dude. Come on, I'm just doing this for free.
No, it's cool. I'll do it totally gratis for free.
Yeah. He's like, no, come on, I'm gonna pay you. I was like, all right, well, if you insist, But but you know, it wasn't my normal going rate for doing something like this because I didn't realize this at the time. I was like, I've never built anything on Shopify, but I'll figure it out. This shit took so much work, and he was appreciative the whole time. But he got his editor friend involved who edits the book. But this dude is a fucking asshole, dude. I tell him in text, I'm like, dude, fuck this guy. The dude was supposed to be responsible for doing the website, but he just bailed on that responsibility. So he just left JP with it. And JP was like, I got to just figure out how to get this done. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll help. And then all of a sudden, this guy had stuff to say about the website when JP had his fucking brown, Moroccan friend doing it on the cheap. And so every other day I'd get like mile-long emails. Hey, dude, I'm sorry, man, but this is an email from blah, blah, blah. The guy, he's like, he wants you to fucking put an asterisk here where you didn't put it. He needs you to put this. There's a comma that goes here, blah, 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 blah. Change this paragraph to this. And at first I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. I understand. But dude, the hits just kept coming, dude. Every other day, I'd fix this entire shit. He'd be like, okay, I got another email from this guy. And he said this and this and that. And I was like, eventually I was like, dude, fuck this guy. He's just trying to overcompensate because he left you hanging on the website. And now he wants to be involved now that somebody else is doing it. And he's like, I know, man. But still, can you do it? And I'm like, sure, I'll fucking do it, dude. God damn it.
So
anyways.
let me get this straight. So you're here publicly proclaiming that the editor of JP Flame's book is an asshole.
Yeah, fuck that guy, dude. I don't want to give his full name, but JP said we could talk about it on the show when he comes on. Fuck that dude, for real. Fucking asshole. I wish I could say his full name. I hope he hears this. You know what I told JP? I was like, is this the ghost of John Feinstein fucking talking to this guy? He's such a fucking asshole, dude, and such a stickler for vocab. Ugh.
And
Yeah.
nobody will come out and say it because the guy just died.
Yeah, it's a little too soon. Yeah,
He
yeah.
fucking stunk. Everybody hated him. He sucked ass.
Dude.
Everybody's dancing around it. He stinks.
Yeah, he wasn't the friendliest guy, but he was gonna tell you how he felt. Yeah, that means he was a fucking piece of shit. Like, let's just be real. Come on, dude. Fucking asshole, man. Why do we have to lie about dead people just because they're dead? I mean, I don't know, whatever. I know it's a little uncalled for.
Oh shit, dude! It's gonna be a wild one tonight. This is gonna be a real wild.
Richard John said, John Paul Flamestein. Yeah, Corey, the ghost of Feinstein looking for your gold coins, dude. Yeah, that's the thing that fucking pissed me off the most. Is like, imagine like this is this dude's responsibility. He's getting a percentage of the sales, right? He's getting a percentage of how much money JP makes. So it's his responsibility to do it, but he just didn't do it. And then JP fucking scrambling found me to help him. And then all of a sudden, this dude wanted to be involved in the fucking site shit again. And I was like, JP, does this guy know that this is his job and not, anyways, I didn't want to keep giving JP a hard time because he's just trying to fucking get it done. But I told JP, he was like, dude, I'm going to come on the show. You can grill me over there. We'll talk about it, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm not going to grill you because everybody on the show knows that I just complained too much. So they're going to take your side immediately. And he was like, okay, well, we can joke around about it. But anyways, okay. So yeah. So today was the announcement or the show. He finally, went live with the site and the sales and shit like that. And I don't know if we've mentioned this, but Shorts is also going to be involved in this whole process.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him ship the books or deliver them or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. I love JP. He's a great guy, and I would just love to be a part of the team and help him out. So
I mean, don't act like you're not getting paid to do it, dude. Oh, dude, I just really want to donate my time. He's such a good. He's helped us out so much. It's the least I could do is like, just do work for him for free. You're getting paid, right? Are you there?
yep.
Why are you just going mute on me during the show? What the fuck?
I've been doing it for weeks, dude. You just now caught on. It's great.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. But anyways, you're doing something where you're gonna help him ship him out, and I don't know if you know this, dude, but there's a ton of orders that have come in. Shorts has gone mute again. I don't know what he's doing.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Kick asshole. Richmond Brown says EB hated him and did an entire segment about loving him, but had nothing nice to say. He's talking about John Feinstein.
That's so funny. It's like, dude, everybody was dancing around it. They were all like, I mean, look, we talked about this already, but, and you know what? No, I do. I do want to shit on the dead guy. Fuck that guy. Everybody hated him. He sucked. I'm not glad he's dead.
No, here's what I'll say. I'm not glad he's dead. Does yeah, what do they say? Doth protest too much? Do you ever think about that? Like, man, I really fucking hate this dude. I wonder how I'm gonna feel when they die.
I don't wish Mike Wise died too.
Yeah, no. I'm not yeah. Oh, I got Korean John's in the house. What's up, dog? Yeah, I don't honestly, okay. When do you all right, let's not name any names specifically. All right, so let's you're not talking about Mike Wise. Let's just get that out there. Do you have people in mind where you're like,
yeah, I'm not talking about Mike Wise.
I mean, people that you have to deal with like more so on a not a regular basis, but they're not completely out of your life. Do you have anybody? Okay, me for instance. All right, this isn't even something that I hate. All right. P.S. says, "Be gentle. Both of you will die someday." That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm honestly not trying to be super mean here, but like my neighbor Donna, right, who I don't have a single positive experience with. Sometimes I wonder, like, man, when she eventually leaves this earth, am I gonna feel bad for never trying to have like a meaningful conversation with her? Did I not try hard enough to like find some sort of common ground with her? Or am I gonna feel relieved? You know what I'm saying? Do you ever think those kind of thoughts about people you don't get along with?
Yeah, but I think like there's a reason that you chose not to have those conversations, like to begin with, right? Like, it's not like you're just floating through life going, oh, fuck this lady. She sucks. I'll never talk to her. And
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to. It's like there's a stack of reasons that went into your head where you were like, no, this lady is a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have like anybody in your life that you wonder shit like that? But it sounds like you're pretty confident in your conviction and your decisions to write people off.
No, I think I generally have my reasons for writing people off. I think
Yeah.
it's usually like a pattern of repeated behaviors and you go, fuck this person, they suck.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't just suck once, they sucked 7 times in a row. And it's not an accident. It's not an accident that you arrived at that conclusion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, everybody has a path of redemption too. No matter how much they fucking suck.
Yeah.
All the
time. Okay, cool. Well, got a couple topics I wanted to get to. I don't know if you had anything you wanted to get to, but this is kind of stupid, but it annoyed me so much. Remember our very famous trip to Philly where we interviewed Eagles fans before, and we were basically gloating about how great the Redskins were going to be under the tutelage of RG3 his sophomore season. And we interviewed a bunch of go ahead.
Well, we're kind of back there again, aren't we?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, no sports, no politics, but yeah, we are. But so, do you remember where we were at though when we did a lot of our interviews?
We went to Pat's and Gino's.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which it still fucks me up, by the way. The whole Wit Wiz or Witout. Like, I still haven't. I sit down sometimes and I think about it. I go, does Wit Wiz mean with onions or without?
Wait, why would it mean without?
I mean, why would it mean with?
Because it's two different parts of the order. So wit, and then a slash or a comma. So wit or without is like with or without onions, and then the comma.
It's called whiz, not onions. Why would it mean onions?
No, whiz means the type of cheese.
Right, but everybody says wit or without onions.
No, yeah, they go wit whiz. That means with onions, with cheese whiz. Without whiz means without onions, but with cheese whiz.
Help me make sense of this.
Okay.
How do we get there?
I mean, dude, honestly, fuck Pat's and Gino's, dude, because those places suck ass, and I honestly get better cheesesteaks from Santini's down the street. But this video I saw. Okay, well, first of all, let me just preface this by when I was a young lad, 18 years old, trying to figure out the world. What's the world got to offer me? I went, my freshman year was at Temple University in Philly, and I'm in Philly, and I'm like, God damn it, why did I choose this fucking lame ass school? And I go, what is Philly known for when you're back in 2005? Oh, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Allen Iverson, and cheesesteaks, And so I'm like, all right, well, let me at least go to a fucking cheesesteak. Ask the teachers, where do I go? They all say Pat's and Gino's. That's the famous place. Well, it's a rivalry, who has the better cheesesteak? Like, all right, I'll fucking try that out. And then, yeah, dude, I went with I forget who I went with. I probably went with my quote unquote big brother from the fraternity. And he's like briefing me before we go out to the counter. He's like, dude, don't fuck this up, dude. All right, you got to order it the right way. Either say wit or without. And you know what I mean? Like, he's making me fucking nervous about ordering at this place. And I go up to the counter and I order, and I remember I was like, I did that perfectly, but they were still fucking assholes to me. They were still mean to me, And then I had the cheesesteak, and I remember pretending that it was really good, but it was so average, Is that kind of what your experience is like there too?
Yeah. I mean, I only went that one time that we were up there, but it was very average. Yeah.
But it's always packed.
Dude, honestly, an average cheesesteak is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I can live with that. But it's certainly not worth all the fucking coverage it gets and all the people going, hey, you get a Philly? Yeah, you get a Wit Wiz Or Witout, Pezzitos. Stupid.
Oh, dude, I knew these big fat Arab losers from Northern Virginia that one day drove from like Alexandria to Philly just to get cheesesteaks and drive back.
It's like tell me you're retarded without telling me you're retarded.
All right, so anyways, I saw this on TikTok and I immediately was like brought back to how much I hated Philly when I lived there. This is from the what's it called? Pat's. Yeah, original Pat's cheesesteaks TikTok, right? And the dude, I guess he's the owner, although he says my uncle and the way he told, you know, he says the water and shit like that. Like the way he talks is so annoying, but the way he is so braggadocious about his average fucking sandwiches makes you want to punch your computer screen. I'm gonna play it for you, and you let me know how if you get the same feeling. All right, here we go.
At steaks, we use real ribeye meat. We don't chop it up. We don't do all that stuff that people do to make it look like there's more meat in the sandwich. It's real. The animal gave its life for us. You don't have to beat it up to death. This is the way the sandwiches were made originally. This is the way we still make our sandwiches.
He has a lisp, by the way. So how can you be that confident when you have a lisp?
Because
also, who's beating up animals?
Gave its life.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go.
For us, you don't have to beat it up to death. This is the way the sandwiches were made originally. This is the way we still make our sandwiches. Because most of the people that come here still have teeth. They can eat with their teeth. You don't need to chop it up like baby food. Like all the other places that chop the sandwich up. Like baby food. Real ribeye. See the way it looks? So all you people that have cheesesteak places that think you're doing something different, why don't you do it like the original? Like it was originally. See what I mean? There's no chopping. There's no noises. It doesn't sound like a railroad crossing in here. With the ding, ding, ding. We don't do that here. None of that stuff happens here. So all you haters out there living in your mother's basement, this is the way the cheesesteaks are made. While you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, do some research.
Or your wife's basement.
Yes.
All you haters out
Well, yeah, my feeling.
You know, we don't beat up our cheesesteaks. You know, we put them on this grill and then we throw some water on them.
Yeah. All you haters out there, this is serious food, okay? All right, here we go.
This is the way the cheesesteaks are made. While you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, do some research.
Nice fucking timely reference, old man. Well, you guys, you losers out there are sitting at home watching Cheers and fucking playing, you know, Operation and Dungeons and Dragons. This guy fucking sucks, dude. I hate him so much, dude. All right, it's almost done.
Why? Because you got an iPhone, all of a sudden now you're an influencer? Influencer spelled backwards is unemployed. Goofball. That's what it is. Do I sound a little angry? No, not really. Because
what's that?
It's not even true.
Influencer. Influencer spelled backwards is unemployed. Goofball. That's what it is. Do I sound a little angry? No, not really. Because technically trained. I'm a chef. I can critique food. I'm not sitting in my mother's basement trying to make stuff up. That's a steak sandwich. My Uncle Pat invented that in 1930. Nobody else did. This is a cheesesteak.
All right. How does that look real quick?
I'm not sitting in my mother's basement trying to make stuff up. That's a steak sandwich. My Uncle Pat invented that in 1930.
How does that look?
It looks fine. What does the guy have with people in their basements?
I don't know, dude. And also,
Did.
He's like
This is a cheesesteak
real quick.
with Cheese Whiz, Kraft Cheese Whiz. We've been selling these since the 50s. If you don't like it, don't eat it. That's all there is to it. Have a nice day.
This guy fucking sucks, dude.
You guys are on your TikTok, you know, shitting in your basement like it's some sort of big fucking deal. You're just shitting in your basement.
Dude, this guy also, I don't know if you heard him say that his uncle invented it. He's a cheesesteak Nepo baby. You know? Like he didn't earn his spot. He called himself classically trained. I can critique it because I know what I'm talking about. But he fucking obviously, I mean, he sounds like Rich Voss. He probably had the same early adulthood as Rich Voss, you know, just doing fucking heroin until his teeth fall out. But god damn, was he trying to be unlikable in this video? Was that his intention? Because God, I really do not want to go to his restaurant after that.
I mean, I have a really hard time posting stuff that has my face on it. I can't imagine watching that video going, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I said the line about the basement 3 times.
Yeah, post it. Yeah, post. That's perfect. Post it. These freaking waterheads out there, they don't know what they're talking about.
Waterheads.
Yeah.
What are you out there like trying to get some Rita's ice or something?
But also a lot of the comments that I'm seeing, I mean, they're saying that there was no seasoning or anything like that. Because I mean, he did just cook, the ribeyes. We do, straight ribeyes. The cow gave its life for us. I don't have to beat it to death. So I don't know. I mean, the reason I did that freeze frame and wanted you to look at the.
I'm sorry. I would love to beat him to death. He stinks. Yeah. He stinks.
What's wrong with chopping up the meat, by the way? Pause. But what's wrong with that?
Matt Starcheck says, Philly food's all about being angry and mean. I'll order McDonald's on the app and park in the drive-up spot. It's just as good and no one degrades me.
That's so true, dude. Yeah.
It's like, we don't have to beat up the horse. The horse is already dead. And, go fuck yourself at the same time.
He kind of got lost at the end there.
Yeah. I'm a fucking warlord. I can't fucking remember what I'm saying. And for some reason, I think everybody from Philly talks like Lou Holtz.
This guy I hate him so much, dude. Look at this. Look at him. Local celebrity, all right? My Uncle Pat invented the sandwich.
Wait, did you build up to all this because he looks like me now?
I don't think he looks like you, dude. Well, let me watch another video. I can't describe to you how much I fucking hate this dude.
Corey says, he says, I'm a chief, bitch. You don't beat up frozen slices of ribeye and throw it on some thick ass bread. Korean John says, you don't understand. The foodies now get the roast pork with broccoli rabe and sharp provolone. Ew. What?
Is that, wait, is he saying that's grosser than what our boy Pat or whatever the fuck his name is?
I think so. Yeah. Like he's saying like they get gourmet cheesesteaks, which fuck off.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Do you like cheese whiz on your cheesesteak? I don't.
Well, hang on a second. That's a good question. Is it Wit Wiz or Without?
Yeah. Dude, what Matt Starcheck said is so true. Like, I've never gotten the bit of we're gonna treat you like you're a piece of shit. And if you have any problem with it, you just don't get the bit. Like there's a couple restaurants like that.
Do you ever wonder why? This is just a. Do you ever wonder why people from Philly and people from Baltimore kind of had the same accent? Like, how did that happen? And why does it like? Why don't people talk about that more?
I mean, it's kind of like the same part of America, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like the Northeast area. It's sort of the same thing with New Jersey and shoot, where's the other place? Is it Delaware where they say huge?
Or Utes?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to shit on Baltimore because Busty's he's from Maryland and he's giving us some feedback, and I'm trying. You know, I've spent so much time on IDM talking shit about people from different places. I want to keep it exclusive to India, you know. Yeah, he says the worst is New Yorkers saying they're waiting online. Except when
I fucking hate people that say online.
What about when Dice says it in that joke?
I'm sorry, we're not having a conversation about the fucking internet. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. But Dice, you know, he goes, you know, so I'm eating this chick's ass, right? Because you know how things can get boring when you're waiting online at the bank.
So I'm eating this chick's ass, right? We're at Pat's and Gino's, right? And we're sitting online.
Let me see one more of this dude's video just to see if that was just a bad day for him or if he is an actual piece of fucking shit. All right, hang on. Here we go. All right, let's see. You can see this, right? Yeah. All right.
Like to have the steak like the original way the steak. Making the steaks like I like to have the steak like the original way the steak was made back in 1930 by my Uncle Pat.
Now look at his protruding belly with the like Audi belly button. You know that's when you've officially crossed over and you can never go back. When your gut gets so fat that your belly button turns from an innie into an Audi.
All right, take it easy.
Okay. Are you getting close to that? I'm sorry, dude. Sorry. Here we go.
The steak was made back in 1930 by my Uncle Pat. Not like it's being made now. For me, personally, I like to taste everything in proportion. A little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of onions. I don't think that you can appreciate the sandwich when there's too much meat in it. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any meat in the sandwich, but there shouldn't be too much meat where you can't enjoy it. I'm an inside-out kind of guy. Take the inside of the bread out. This way you can have two. Here we go. Old school. The way Uncle Pat invented the sandwich. Old school. Flat meat right on top of it. A little bit of onions. Then we'll come over here and put some cheese on it. And that's the way Frank Oliveri, the third generation owner of Pat's King of Steaks, has his sandwich. Oh my God. I've been waiting all morning for this.
Dude,
I'm making the steak.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy that sandwich. I definitely would. It's obvious, right? Like it looks good as shit. But it looks cheap. And I'm not even saying that I wouldn't have the same amount of pride in that sandwich if I were him. But let's fucking chillax with the chillax. that's a bad one. Dude, let's get chill, bro. Let's relax with the whole like this is a whole sandwich. Like this is the best sandwich you've ever had. Nobody's ever had a sandwich that's good.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's like stop acting like you're fucking reinventing the wheel with just grilling steak, throwing on onions and Kraft cheese whiz.
Yeah, you're in the back of a semi truck putting steak on a grill.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, there's that. I got a couple of, go ahead. Unless you want to, I can talk about shit about this dude all day. Corey Rita. Othman goes to the gym one time. Now he's taking shots. Yeah, I'm sorry if I hit too close to home there, Shorts. I didn't think you're anywhere close to that. So, um, okay. So, dude, did you see? People were talking about the Cracker Barrel thing. I'm sure you've seen all that shit, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Before we talk about that, I wanted to talk about. So I saw this clip of Joe Flacco. No sports, no politics. But I saw this clip of his kids, like being interviewed, and it's kind of weird because the kids are just talking mad shit about how their dad's a loser, basically. And
What is this, like a view into my future? Are you and Casper talking before the show? She gives you talking points. She's like, hey, this would be funny to bring up. How about bring up this guy or these kids who's their dad's a loser?
No, so I don't know if I don't know where it's from, but this lady is like she's like playing catch with the Suns and Joe Flacco, and she starts asking, she's like, so are you like, what's it like being Joe Flacco's kid? And he's basically like, it's all right, kind of sucks, but let me know what you think. All right, here it goes. You can see this, right?
Yep.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you ever impressed? Like, do you watch America's game, like the old Super Bowls or anything, and say, wow, I can't believe my dad did that?
No.
Never? You've never seen anything impressive?
Nope.
Not like,
I'm not impressed. He stinks.
well, what? Excuse me, hold on. What about like the playoff win in Denver when he was with the Ravens and it was like minus 12 degrees? Do you know what I'm talking about? Big, huge throws.
Good. It's a good
Yeah.
swing.
Why is it not impressive? Just because he's your dad?
Hold the bat instead of holding the bat
Yeah,
like this.
because
hold
he's
it
a
more like
backup.
that. Right.
Your dad?
Oh, damn. For those who didn't hear, he goes, because he's a backup.
Oh,
That is brutal, dude.
that is pretty brutal.
I know.
I mean, like, if you're Joe Flacco, you're like, all right, cool. Well, why don't you back up the hot dogs that I'm going to buy for you with my millions of dollars from being a backup? That was a terrible joke. That was awful. That was so fucking bad. Oh my God. What is wrong with my brain tonight?
Oh my god! Wait, did
Why don't you
mean-
back up out of the driveway because you're a terrible driver, stupid?
Oh, were you saying back up like throw up the hot dogs that
I don't know.
I
know.
bought for you?
Just not clicking tonight.
That was good, dude. I liked it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That was a backup quarterback joke.
I need you to be confident tonight. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're not even doing a bit there. They sound like serious as hell. You know, they're not saying it with an earshot of him, so it's not like they're just trying to, piss him off. They're like, nah, this dude sucks, low key. Like, if you want to be honest, let's be honest. This dude is a backup. So how is that impressive?
I almost feel like it's unavoidable. Like, no matter what you do, no matter what you accomplish in your life, even if it's nothing, hand raised, your kids will always think like your shit doesn't stink. Like, it's impossible to avoid.
You mean your shit does stink?
I don't know what's going on with my brain tonight, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. But I gotta say, dude, I wasn't even gonna talk about this until I went to the block party tonight, and I was trying to talk because it's my daughter's first week at at her new elementary school. She's in kindergarten, her first week in kindergarten, and I wanted to like ask her like, hey, so how's it feel? You know, I don't ask the generic, like I try not to ask her generic. So how was your day? You know, I try to ask like specific shit. You know, like what was the best part of this week? What was the worst part of the week? And I kept trying to talk to her, and she was like, she's getting to that age where she's like finally getting comfortable, like, just going off with her friends in the neighborhood and not really hanging out with me. And I kept trying to grab her. I kept being like, yo, come here. I got to ask you. And she's like, oh, what? Like she just wasn't really feeling it. She wasn't trying to have a conversation with me. And I was like, damn, dude, it's just a matter of time. So she starts telling everybody I suck, like Joe Flacco's kids. So yeah, it might just be, like you said, unavoidable. This might just be the bit. Like no matter what happens, no matter what you do, they're just like, yeah, he farts a lot in his sleep, like they know.
Let's just talk about the facts. Joe Flacco had one of the most incredible playoff runs I've ever seen in my life. The guy just turned it on and was never able to like duplicate it again, but he got like $100 million contract out of it. It was an insane playoff run, and the Ravens have a Super Bowl for it. It's crazy to say he sucks, he's a backup. Yeah, he did become a backup after that. But I mean, just on the merit of the sports alone, that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah. Pia said, kid is a jerk, lives in a huge house. Yeah, that's true. Korean John, he makes a good point. Devil's advocate, maybe Flacco is trying to teach him humility, being grounded. So he tells him, like, I'm not that big of a deal. Yeah, that could be it, But this kid seems like he's trying to disrespect his dad. He's not like, yeah, we're all capable of achieving great things in life. He's more like, yeah, my dad stinks.
Yeah.
That's weird.
My dad looks like he hasn't showered in a week and a half.
Yeah, it's gonna, dude, it'll, like, I only am saying this as if I'm experienced because I've seen my younger brother and sister go from like worshiping me and thinking I'm the coolest dude ever to being like, oh, this dude kind of sucks, So I can only imagine that's kind of like what's gonna happen with my kids. And it's a very weird feeling,
Yeah,
like,
it's like humbling, right? It goes like, it doesn't matter what you do or how much you cared about like your goals and aspirations in life. At some point, your kids are going to think you stink.
yeah. No matter how hard you try,
Your kids are going to be looking at you and your accomplishments, kind of like we're looking at that guy at Pat's and Gino's making the cheesesteaks, going, "This guy fucking stinks."
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to talk about the Cracker Barrel thing real quick a little bit, or?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. All right. Do you have any topics you wanted to get to, or am I
on the Patreon?
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta update on my family life. The drama going on with my sister and my mom and all that shit. So I'll get to that on the Patreon too. All right, here we go. Cracker Barrel.
Dude, doesn't life fucking suck?
What is going on, dude?
It never gets better. It's always the worst. I keep waiting for like the other shoe to drop, and it just doesn't drop. And I'm like, where is the fucking shoe? This sucks. I can't be stuck in this forever.
Bro, something happened.
Are these normal dad thoughts? Like, am I just getting used to the idea of like everything not being about me for once, and I'm just having a hard time with it? Or,
well, I don't know. There's got to be. I feel like there is some sort of catalyst this week or today that's getting you to say all this shit, and so it's hard to compare what you're going through to what I've experienced because I don't know what exactly it is that you're talking about. But we'll get to it, all right? Or we won't. I don't know. I'm trying to find a video about this. There's all the pictures. Can you preface it while I look for these?
Yeah. So here's what I know about it. So it kind of you just brought up the Bud Light thing like 3 days ago, and it feels like that all over again. It feels like, I know this word is overused, but it feels like woke white lady CEO or CFO or whatever she is coming out going, we're trying to appeal to women and children.
Yeah.
And she's being very preachy, and she was on like Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. And now they've got like a new logo, which I don't know what precipitated this. I don't know what led up to it, but she's being very preachy, and it's very annoying. Like watching her talk about it, like just seeing her face mouthing the words that she's saying is extremely annoying.
I'm gonna hang on. Let me try to find the interview with Michael Strahan. So okay, here it is. I mean, first of all, look, no sports, no politics. You guys know how I feel. It has nothing to do with politics. In fact, you know what I loved was it's not a right-wing thing because the Democratic Party on Twitter, they also tweeted like, you know that meme of the dude like standing up in a trial or something like that and saying like I don't know, it's the meme represents like saying something that is unpopular that you think might cause some controversy. It's the Democratic Party basically saying we also do not like the Cracker Barrel remodel. So I don't think it's a political thing, but yeah, here's the CEO talking about it.
I think I probably know the answer. What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old ways? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
This is peak. Like, woman is reading a statement that was prepared, and she has memorized it, and she's reciting it after reciting it 30 times in the mirror. And it just doesn't sound like a human being talking. She's like, and you know, we got so much feedback in Orlando, and we were down there in Orlando, and like so many people, like the number one thing they were saying was, we can't wait to see your rebrand. We love it. We'd love to hear more about it. And you hear it, it goes into your ears, and you go, this is not a human being talking to me right now. This is not real life.
Yeah, it's almost like when you watch those post-game sports interviews where they're in the locker room and you're talking, and they sometimes, especially if it's after a big win, no sports, no politics, but if it's after a big win, and they're in the locker room, you can see them like joking around with the team. It's like, yeah, man, that joke crazy as hell. And then like as soon as a microphone goes into their face, like, so what were you thinking on that last play? And they're like, yeah, well, you can see them like their personality and their brain go into like this like PC, don't say anything controversial, only use the fucking words that you've been taught in media training mode. And they're like, yeah, well, you know, me and the teammates, you know, we've run through that a lot in practice, and you know what I'm talking about, like how it's almost like they fucking a switch goes off and they're like, I'm not gonna let you guys see who I am actually, because I'll get fined. You know,
they're like, hang on, before I answer that, let me just put my white gloves on real quick, and before I respond even further, all glory be to God. Obviously, He's on the Most High, and nobody else is higher than God. I'm sorry. What was your question? I forgot.
All right, so here's that tweet I was talking about, the Democratic Party. The Democrats, we think the Cracker Barrel rebrand sucks too. And the Libertarians tweeted a tripartisan issue.
That's funny.
So Oh, this is funny. You know this picture? Do you know what this is?
No.
It's like a famous picture of the dude in a red shirt is from the Bloods, and the dude in the white shirt is from the Crips, and they're kind of holding up. I forget what they're holding up. Maybe like a purple bandit, something to show like unity, like peace, you know. And so they're both holding up the old Cracker Barrel logo, you know, saying this is what we want. But here's a video of somebody going, oh, here are pictures. Okay, here's what it used to look like. And actually, before we go any further, I don't really, honestly, because I'm not white, I don't really have that much experience at Cracker Barrel. You know, up until I was like 22, 23, I thought you had to be white to go there.
Allow me to take the floor.
Yes.
Cracker Barrel is as much a part of white Americana as anything out there. I mean, it is a rite of passage to go there near a truck stop on a long road trip that you don't want to be on with your family. And the most important part is that little like pin pushing game, you know, like you take the little pins or the pegs and you put them in the holes and you try to like make 30 of them all line up. That, I mean, that's the American dream right there.
How is it a place you guys would stop at on like road trips and stuff after, you know, while you were listening to Sade, or
how dare you, dude?
Was it one of your go-tos?
It was definitely a go-to. Yeah. I mean, look, it disappoints me a little bit that they're making such a big deal. The truth is, I guess the older I get, the more I realize I am that Metallica fan that got mad when they became famous. Like, I think that's who I am. And I feel like a hater for saying that, but I'm mad that Cracker Barrel is in the spotlight. It's not supposed to be thought of. It's supposed to be an afterthought. Why is Cracker Barrel being paraded around on Good Morning America?
I see. It's supposed to be like just something that is in like the foreground of traditional America, and nothing that should ever be like fucked around with or anything. It's just like one of those old school things, like apple pie, you know. Like,
maybe a part of me thinks like, what went wrong for them to be making this statement on Good Morning America? Like, what happened? How is this a story? What went wrong?
Where they had to do a complete rebrand, or
yes, and why are you destroying a part of my childhood? It kind of reminds me a little bit of when they took the name Redskins away.
Okay.
But thank God that's back now. I mean, the franchise is back. Buy JP's book, guys. It's on sale right now at I don't know,
faithrestoredbook.com.
What is it?
faithrestoredbook.com.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the old school look. You know, I've actually been to Cracker Barrel a couple times. I do remember this. You know, it's you walking through the gift shop basically, and it is a lot. I'll be honest. All right, it is a lot going on inside. I remember every time I go there, I'd be like, I feel like there's no There's no. It just felt like a lot of random stuff was everywhere on the walls.
All right, this is fucked up, Kevin.
What do you say?
So Shorts is still mad they took away his way of living in 1965. No, that is not okay to joke about, Kevin. That's not fine.
All right, so here's the old look, and here is what it has been replaced with. Yeah, it's just plain white walls with Yeah, it's not a lot of personality. It's just kind of like it kind of looks like an operating room.
Yeah.
But here's a video of a lady going through one of the new remodeled restaurants. Here we go. Okay, here we go. White walls, really bright and inviting. Much less crowded in the store. Elevated clothing and other offerings. All right. Let's see. Open walkways. You don't have to be afraid of knocking something over. Let's see. All right. Bright white decor continued in the dining room. Open floor plan without the dark lattice walls. Updated decorations with a more modern, old-time feel. Updated menus. I gotta say, dude, I feel like, I feel like they're getting it all, like, the whole bit is that you go in there and it feels like an old-timey place. At least that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's supposed to feel like you're in Amish country or something, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not supposed to feel like you're at a IHOP, like a elevated IHOP.
Also, who wrote those captions? Like ChatGPT? Like, it's a lot less crowded in the gift shop. Lots of offerings.
I know.
Who says offerings?
It's probably an Indian dude. All right, so here's the old logo. It's got a old dude, and I saw something. It said that they removed the Cracker and the Barrel from the Cracker Barrel logo.
Well, I was interested in this perspective. Our guy Matt Starcheck, who's actually I believe a graphic designer, he says companies were going quote unquote simple with their logos 5 years ago. It's out of date for Cracker Barrel to just now switch to that style. Their original logo is actually more in style right now for a brand.
Huh. That's interesting. That makes sense. Like, you ever seen those? Go ahead.
This whole thing feels like out of place. Like, it feels like it's not of the time to begin with.
Yeah.
It feels like something somebody would have said, or a stance somebody would have taken like 6 years ago. This is weird.
You ever see like those like people oftentimes they do this a lot with the NBA. Like they'll look at the old logos and they'll be like, man, take me back to, the times when let's see. If you look at any of the older NBA logos, they're all cooler than what they are now. And
I was worried where you were going with that. Take me back to a time when the players were all white.
And I think obviously what he's saying is true. Like this it's all it all what's the word, perpetual, what's the word, was something that's changing, ever changing. But there was a time when the Cracker Barrel logo, the old one, looked corny and outdated, and the new one looked cool. And I think he's being generous with 5 years. I think like this is like a thing in like 10 years ago, like in 2012 and 2013, companies started doing this.
Yeah, it just seems like completely unnecessary.
Yeah, it just feels like they're removing all the personality from it, from the brand.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't go to Cracker Barrel ever enough, so I don't really. It doesn't really affect me, but it is weird. It is a bad call in my opinion. But
Yeah,
hopefully there comes a time where like companies start, switching their logo or adding more personality and more flair to their logos versus the simplistic modern approach.
that's not even going to happen though. Everybody's just going to start like using AI. Like there's going to be less flair. It's all going to be everything's going to become like carbon copy almost.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a thing where when you see something that was made by AI, by ChatGPT or Grok, you're going to instantly know it. Look at it with like thumbnails on YouTube. Like,
hey, fuck you, dude.
But you can immediately notice, like when you look at it, you go, that's not human made. So everything's going to become a carbon copy of a carbon copy of a carbon copy, which in my opinion almost puts more weight on like true original artists, like graphic artists. They're going to stand out, I think, more than ever. So maybe it's a good thing in the long run, but yeah.
Yeah. Could be. Busty's brings up a good point. He said the inside. He said. He said. Reminds me of when TGI Fridays changed to Fridays and removed all the shit on the walls. Now they're dead. Yeah, dude. My alma mater, the place I used to work, TGI Fridays. That place used to be awesome, dude. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah.
It sounds so crazy saying that about TGI Fridays because now it's like nobody gives a fuck about Friday. Nobody goes there. But back in the day, that place was the spot, dude. And
it's almost like as a kid, Pizza Hut was all the rage. Then it became the Hut. And then when you graduated to like being a teenager and drinking underage, you would go to Fridays, TGI Fridays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they started, I remember this is after I stopped working there, but they started having DJs, they'd have DJs in the restaurant and they're trying to be a nightclub and all that shit. And yeah, nobody gets sliced for TGI Fridays anymore. All right, we got to hop on the Patreon, dude. But before we do that, as always, we have to give a shout out to our dogs. Oh, shit, dude, I realized Jen Montana's not here. I hope she's doing okay. I hope she doesn't have a fucking infected broken ankle or whatever it is. But let's give a shout out to our dogs, our big time P1s.
It's time for our big time P1 shout outs.
Shout out to Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Brendan Smith. Shout out to Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Steve, and shout outs to Chris Eller, Danger Mexico. Shout outs to Danny Loudermilk, David Slatt, Don DeMar, Ernesto Ladon, Craven Moorhead. Shout outs to Iron Mike Sleep, James M, Jen Montana. Shout outs to JP Flame, Kevin Leahy, Kevin Smith, Korean John, Chris Stein, Lance Parker. Shout out to Matt Broderick's, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Othello BT, the human soundboard. Shout out to Pete Rosecrans, Phil J, Reggie, Ron Mexico, Instagram.com/Brad Paints This. Shout outs to Brad Paints This, by the way, for pumping us up on the 10 Minutes of Shab live show on YouTube. He basically guilted Brendan Cooney into giving us an invite to their 24-hour live stream of what's that comedy special called?
Gringo Poppy.
Yeah. So that's coming up in September. You can look forward to that. Shout out to Sean Kibler, Steven Snowman, Theo H, two gay men and their closeted listeners. Shout out to William, and Lubomir. That is our $8 tier. You guys can subscribe on patreon.com/IDMpod for 3 times the show. We love y'all. We appreciate you guys supporting us, even on our absolute worst days.
Chill out, dude. Oh, Jim Montana's here. Says what's up. What's up, Jim Montana?
In Northern Virginia, where the sun always shines.
Guys, next time you're in the market for a plumber, look no further than your own backyard here in Northern Virginia. Give our guy, Mike Cook, a call at 703-501-1926. Mike is a third generation plumber. That means he knows the business inside and out because his dad taught him how to clean somebody's pipes out. And his dad's dad taught his dad. That's the type of legacy you're getting when you call Mike Cook. You're calling somebody who has it in their blood. Mike Cook does commercial and residential projects. No project is too big or too small. He's licensed and insured. Again, that means he's registered with the state of Virginia. And Virginia goes, you know what? Mike Cook, good dude, good plumber. That's the type of guy you want on your job. So next time you need a plumber, don't think twice. Give Mike Cook a call at 703-501-1926. And if you mention IDM, he'll hook you with an additional 10% discount. We're just trying to save you guys money. That's all we're trying to do. If you support Mike Cook, you support IDM. Check him out on his website at thecliftonplumber.com.
He's a plumbing boss that gets iced in his feet. From the kitchen or your mom to the showers and more.